Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a look here at Super, seeing what's going on. This coin is doing very well, and I get the question a lot, how much further is it going to go? How much further is it going to pull back? Is there anything we need to know that's important? Well, we'll talk about that and much more. So if you are new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I love teaching people to trade though, and I do like helping people become better traders. So if you want to become one, CryptoCash.tech is a site linked down below. We can talk a little bit further about that, of course. If you'd like to direct message me or whatever, honestly, we've got a Discord, Telegram, Twitter. There's a lot of ways to get a hold of me. But more importantly, you can check out some of our results here. Of course, these are some community trades here. But for Premium Plus, we got Avalanche and Solana. Those are nice little scalping trades there, roughly a day and a half for both. We've got our nice little 20x trade here. Well, sorry, it was 11x trade, roughly 20% in 4 hours from Bitcoin. We just took that trade earlier today, caught that little jump. Gala 109%, Terra Classic 108. Uniswap 26%, that's a short by the way. So again, just some really cool stuff. Might actually consider adding Super to our list of trades. So let's go ahead and find out if this is worth trading. So what we like to do, first of all, is take perspective on the larger time frames, okay? So we'll zoom out, kind of get an idea of what's going on here, and then consider what options we have. So to clarify, this coin's done very well for itself in the past. As you can kind of see, there's some really high levels. Covered this before, it's been a little while, it looks like. But it looks like the ICO for this exchange was roughly 2021 March, okay? So again, that's a pretty significant starting point at about $2 and something cents, and we're down to 40 cents. Hypothetically, this coin has a lot of potential. All right, so again, we'll talk about that, but the big picture here is that it's done very well for itself. What we want to do is just mark out a couple of important things. So let's look at the monthly closes, and we'll go ahead and mark those out just to be safe so we know kind of what resistance levels. That's upwards of 82 cents. Don't got to worry about that for a while, but that was the most recent 2 months that the price could not close above a specific level. Okay. Again, the reason why we're looking at that is because these previous months are kind of almost null and void. They have potential support levels, but we can bridge that gap when we get there. We need to know resistances as we move forward because obviously the price is going up. Okay, so that's the reason for that. But quickly to note, moving averages, all four are down below the price action. Pretty standard stuff. We're above 70 on the RSI. Also very common in bullish trends like this. But the key takeaway here is the money flow index is extremely high. That's that green line there. Money flow index is a very important indicator because it really helps us understand how much volume is coming into this coin compared to before. You can see these mountains compared to the little peaks and valleys down there. All right, so again, important stuff there. So the daily time frame is bullish, big surprise. You're going to see that on coins that are doing this. All right. The magic comes in the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame, and that's where we're at right now. So we're back up over the 20-day SMA. That's an important place to be, and all the rest are trailing behind. So we got a support here at 0.382. We can see that on Fib, where the price action came down to kind of relax and continue further. Okay, so that's a very, very good sign. We can also see we're right at our average true range for a most recent time frame. So in other words, in the last couple of I would say week or two tops, that's probably more like 1 week of trading. 40 cents is the average price that we're seeing, which essentially gives us an understanding that we're kind of at the support range. Okay? It could work as a resistance too when you're below it. As you can see, this 0.5 on Fibonacci, roughly about 41 cents, that is an area of contention. Okay? Closing above that would be extremely important and helpful. So this coin is definitely looking like it wants to break above. We're above some key level supports. We are testing a resistance level for 4 hour candles in a row at 16 hours in a row. And everything else is looking fairly positive. While we're not converging on the MACD yet, it's swinging upwards. That's a very good sign. And all this is happening without the help of Bitcoin. And what I mean by that is if we go ahead and put this coin next to Bitcoin and kind of look at the difference, Bitcoin did very well in the last 4 to 8 hours. Okay? Super has been doing very well last 24 to 48 hours, if you will. Right? In other words, it was increasing before Bitcoin made a massive move. All right, so that's a good sign. The fact that it hasn't broken through yet implies it probably will soon as money continues to flow into the coin. Now you got to keep in mind, we have a fairly low money flow, okay? In other words, the last 12 hours, we haven't seen a lot of volume. We had one little spike here, but it kind of died out. But we came down to bounce off 30 on the money flow index and stayed above 50 on the RSI. That's typically a bullish type of convergence, okay? So that's a very, very good situation to me. Those are cases in point where I like to consider entry based on those factors. There's a significant amount of liquidity above the price action too, between 45.5 upwards about 51. These levels are commonly swept frequently. Okay, and what happens is the whales, market movers, whomever, they keep getting a bunch of tiny little buy orders until the price gets to a certain point here, and then it either explodes because there's a short squeeze or they pull the price back down. So a lot of these little things are important to recognize. Is that exactly going to happen right now? We don't know. If Bitcoin pulls back, we could very well see this coin pull back too. So I don't personally like to be a late long in situations like this. So again, just something to kind of think about. What I want to look at here, and we'll summarize, call it a day. There's a lot of little fair value gaps and liquidity on the smaller time frames too, right there about 44 cents. Keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and wrap this up here with our good old-fashioned Ichimoku cloud. Okay, so we're trending on the upper lead here on the cloud, which is good. This is not a confirmational sign to buy long, especially with the lagging span soon to intersect with the price action. Unless the price can leg up here, that would be a consideration for a long position. Right now, it's not. Okay. And if you're ever curious about how to use the Ichimoku cloud, I actually have an instructional video on my page. If you want to look at that, just search for Ichimoku cloud on my channel. But simply put here, we are looking good, just not great. So to me, it's a little too late to take a long. And I'm sure as soon as I upload this video, it's going to just spike and go crazy, and it'll make basically act like nothing ever happened, right? So those things do happen. That's trading for you. It's consistently doing those things. But with everything we've seen here so far, the macro is bullish, the 4 hours got some conflicting information, and the hourly also doesn't have full-on confirmation. So to me, those are not all, you put it all together, that's a reason not to take a trade. Again, that's just me personally. But what do I know? I simply average 80-90% success with my trades. Different story altogether. If you're curious about those results, I have them posted on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Either way, thank you so much for watching. One last thing here, make sure you check out our exclusive campaign here with Bitunix. Between now and November 30th, which is only a couple days away. If you use my link to register or have used my link to register, simply trade futures and you'll get a $20 bonus there. That's available for the first 100 spots. I think we got a few left. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, so thanks again so much for watching. I'll send out a playout chart here as per usual on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. They look a little something like this, just so you can kind of get perspective on what's going on, what's going to happen next. All right, folks, thanks again for watching. Have a great rest of the day. See you in the next one. Take care.